Hey, the game we're playing in this episode of Jonas Plays Your Games is Monument Rivals by Gino. Gino? I hope that's how to pronounce your name. You can already play the game yourself, and also Gino has a YouTube channel and a Twitter account, so I will all of that in the description for now. Let's see what he wants as feedback. He wants to know if the game is fun for other people. It's a multiplayer game. I'm very sorry, I'm only one person and I don't have any real life friends, so I have to play it alone. Hope it's turn-based. Otherwise this might be a problem. Besides that, I want to see if you can break the game so that I can fix them. Of course I can break your game. I will try my best. What do you think for yourself? What I can do better? Let's get into the game right now. So here we are in the game. Let's click on start and let's play a game against myself. So I think I need to select human. Human. Can I change the name? No. Big Ben. Let's take two different ones, maybe pyramid, and let's take pyramid and Big Ben. Okay. So I'm playing against myself now. I wonder who will win. Start new game. So I have looked into that game very quickly before to check if the sound volume is correct. So already know this here. Apparently I need to collect 3 stone with this player, so I think the only thing I can do is click on roll dice. This back to menu button right here should probably be a bit more hidden, maybe just a little X in the top corner looks a bit too important. Because if you click on it accidentally, you're back in the menu. We don't want that to happen. It's not part of the game. So, why can I click back? Okay, who knows. Let's roll. The first thing I have to say about this is a very cool animation, I like it. But there should probably be a way to speed this up a bit. Just to roll the dice and move takes a very long time, so both rolling the dice as well as moving should probably by default go a bit faster firstly, and secondly there should be a way to skip through it if you just want to go super fast. I mean, that's one of the advantages that video games have compared to board games, is that you can speed things up. And those are just really pointless waiting times, so cut pointless waiting times out of your game as much as possible is probably the first advice that I would give you. So I don't know what happens on this star field, but I guess we'll find out. You just click on roll dice, roll. Oh, we just move again, or? Okay. So now I have 3 times exactly the same thing. I guess I'll have to choose one of them. Oh no, I chose the one with absolutely nothing. So I guess that is supposed to be like turning a card and seeing what's under it. So I got nothing. When I click on build, nothing happens. When I click on trade, oh, this looks complicated. What can I do with the bank here? Doesn't seem to work. I don't have anything to trade with anyway. So let's end the turn. Okay, I need to collect 2 wood. Did the other guy have to collect 2 wood as well? I don't know, but probably that's because we're building different buildings. Also, the color scheme looks a bit weird and not as bright as it could be. Maybe that's on purpose, but let me try to show you in editing how it would probably look better if I remember to add this in editing. This is how it could look. Okay, 6. just moving takes a very long time. What can I do here? Apparently nothing happens here. So end turn. Yeah, I can only repeat what I've said in the very beginning. This takes a very long time. I don't think in this form anybody would have the patience to play this very long. So far, not because it's a bad game, but just because everything takes really long. Okay, so let's pick something pretty random anyway. Steal. Okay. Oh. Why can I roll the dice? Why could I roll the dice? Okay, this player gets stone. Now I have stone and steel. Okay, but now I can't roll again. Can I trade now? So what do I need? What do I need? I forgot what I need to build my building, but the build button doesn't work, so probably I need wood. So let's try to get wood. 18 other resources. Are you crazy? That's a lot. But yeah, let's see. By the way, I said, are you crazy? That was talking to the bank, obviously. So, end turn. Roll dice. This is taking very long. Already 7. To steal? Okay. Then let's maybe end the turn? Or can I build? No. It would be very cool to have a little reminder somewhere in the corner what this player needs, with which resources they need right now. That would be absolutely awesome. I really like the camera animations though. The camera movement is pretty cool. It just takes a bit too long. Also like that you roll the dice in the middle of the playing field. Pretty cool. And the music is pretty groovy. I hope it isn't copyrighted, because that can get you in trouble. And it can get me in trouble as well. Please don't send me games with graphics or music or sounds that you don't have the rights to use. Please don't do it. But let's assume this isn't the case right here. What can we do? What can we do? Apparently nothing. So let's end the turn. So far, nothing exciting has happened. What? I wonder what the bomb icon does. 2 wood. Wasn't that the player who needs wood? Oh yes, it was. Nice. So I built the first part of Big Ben, looks like. Now I don't have any wood anymore. Let's end the turn. Let's end the turn. Oh, I need to click on roll. I think it's a bit unnecessary that you need to click on roll the dice twice. I think clicking it once should be enough. Oh, I get nothing. That's amazing. Okay, now this player needs to collect 2 wood and 3 stone. Ah, I see. Here at the bottom you show me how much I need. That's smart, that's cool. I like that. Good idea. That's a good way to do it. Missed that completely. I'm so sorry. So, currently I have nothing. Seven. Oh, great, nothing happened. So, yeah. 5. Oh, nothing happened. How exciting. And I can probably not trade, so let's try that again. It's blue's turn. Rolling the dice. 5. 1 wood. Okay. So what I would probably recommend you is prototyping this game in real life. I don't know if you have done that, but with games like this, it's a very smart idea not to start building it in digital right away, but just build the game as a normal board game. And this way you can keep improving it way faster and make changes way more quickly. Because iterating a game like this in digital takes a lot longer. If you want to change something, it takes forever to change this. So definitely make sure your game is fun and addicting with an analog prototype. Just draw this same board on paper and play it with your friends, play it with your family, and make sure that it's fun. So far, I honestly have to tell you, I'm not all that impressed. I really don't want to sound cocky or anything like that. I think you can turn this into an amazing game. And you asked for my feedback, and I would also feel bad if I didn't give you my honest opinion. My honest opinion is, yeah, probably wouldn't play that. Firstly, it's way too slow. Secondly, it doesn't have any interesting decisions at all. I'm just rolling the dice. That's completely random. I have absolutely no influence on which field I will end up on. Then I also have the feeling there are not all that many interesting fields. On some fields there happens absolutely nothing. On some fields I roll again, and then on some fields I can choose between 3 completely random cards that I also have absolutely no control over. And then, so basically depends completely on luck which resources I get. And then if I'm lucky, I can build a tower. So there are no decisions involved at all so far. It's just rolling the dice, seeing which random event happens, then getting random resources, and if I'm lucky, I can continue building my building. And the only thing that is not based on luck is trading. And as far as I can see, I can only trade with the bank. Maybe I can also trade with other players. I don't really know how this works. The way I understand it is you tell the bank which resources you give it right here, and then you can ask for something in return, and then when both sides agree, you can trade. Maybe this only works when there are more than 2 players, because trading with just 2 players obviously makes absolute no sense. Why would you help your only opponent? When there are more than 2 players, then trading with other players is a bit more likely. Basically, the more players there are, the more likely it is that trading will occur. With 2 players, it is extremely unlikely that they will trade, so maybe that's why I can only trade with the bank right here. But also, the bank asks for so much in return, I don't really feel motivated to trade here. Doesn't feel like a good strategy, and also is not all that interesting of a decision though. What your game is lacking so far is interesting decisions. And I think the easiest and best way to fix that is just prototyping your game in real life and playing it with real people, because that way you can keep improving and changing it way more quickly than in Unity. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. I will keep playing for a little bit. Maybe we have missed something important. Oh. I can't do anything. Let's end the turn. Roll dice. The music is pretty catchy though. And I can clearly tell that you already put a lot of work into this. I know it's not easy to build something like this with Unity. It takes a lot of time. And I get absolutely nothing. So just to give you some ideas, maybe one way to make this a bit more interesting is if I actually had a choice between 3 different kinds of cards. So maybe there's one pile with resource cards, one pile with action cards, and one pile with interaction cards or something like that. So 3 different piles that I can draw from, and then I can decide from which pile of cards I want to draw. That would already be more interesting. It would still be random, but I would also have a bit of control and I could take a real decision. Or you could introduce an element like if you pay 2 wood, you can re-roll your dice or something like that. So I can have some control over that, how far I move. Okay, I can destroy a monument. I'm player 2, so I'm obviously gonna destroy the monument as player 1. See, that's an interesting interaction. Obviously not with 2 players, because they will just keep destroying the buildings of their opponent, and that will probably feel pretty frustrating. Why did I suddenly leave the game? Okay, right, recording is still running. So yeah, destroy the building of player 1. Think nothing happened because he doesn't have a building. End the turn. But that's already a more interesting interaction, but sadly not really with only 2 players. Roll dice, roll dice. 8. Okay, what field are we gonna land on this time? Okay, see, this is what I mean. You could have 3 different piles of cards right here instead of monument rivals, monument rivals, monument rivals. Maybe one card could just be movement cards or something, just something different, you know, than a random resource. Or if you really want to make resources, then maybe we write something on the cards like probably wood, probably stone, probably steel. So I can at least choose which kind of resource I want, and then I have an increased chance to get that resource or something like that. Or maybe I could choose the risk, so I could either take 1 resource card, maybe that's the first option. The second one is either I get 0 or I get 2 resources. And the third one could be either I lose a resource or I get 3 resources, something like that. So I can choose myself how much risk I want to have. So just want to take a decision, you know? I want to take a decision. This is not a decision, it's completely random. not all that interested in that. And by the way, your game is quite hard to break. So far I didn't manage to break it. Congrats. Can I do something? No. Yeah, it's a really slow game, and I think the fact that you can destroy buildings of other players probably slows it down even further. Roll. 4. What does the star do? Apparently nothing. And turn. Eight. So everybody who's watching this video, please leave some valuable and nice feedback in the comments, okay? Our common goal is to make this game a better game and to help. What was your name again? I have to look at the mail. I'm so sorry. Ah, Gino. Oh yeah, right. We want to help Gino make a better game, so let's do that. Leave your feedback in the comments, leave your suggestions in the comments how to improve this game and what the right way for improving this game is. We want this game to succeed. Yeah, so I'm not gonna continue from here. This is getting a bit too boring. My number one suggestion would be go back to the drawing board. You know, that doesn't mean you have to change everything. You can probably keep a lot of the stuff you already coded, that you already implemented into the game. You don't need to redo the entire game. Actually, I think redoing the entire game when you have already that much would be probably pretty stupid, because it's already pretty solid, you know? Just the gameplay needs some work, and the best way to figure out how this game should play would just be playing it in real life, not in digital. Draw the board on paper and play it with real pieces and real cards and see how that works out. Yeah, that's my number one recommendation. I hope you create something awesome, and I wish you the best of luck. I hope this wasn't too discouraging, but I don't think so. You will be fine, okay? You will make a great game. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Boopity boopity boop.